stand up to bullies to tell my personal story. Most people hear the word bullying and immediately associate it with schoolyards and children. Nowadays, it's seen on the internet and at work. However, the fact of the matter is bullying happens everywhere and is more common than many people realize. My personal story is an example of corporate institutional bullying. It's a form of bullying that is so entrenched in the organization's culture that it becomes an acceptable way to do business. Although there are laws in place to protect people from being victimized, many people are unaware of these rights and unsure how to exercise them to prevent corporations from getting away with it. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a jurisprudence major that's hoping to get into law school next fall. However, in order to go to law school, an applicant is required to take the law school admissions test administered by the Law School Admissions Council. If an applicant has a disability and needs testing accommodations, they are required to provide an extensive portfolio of their current and historical documentation of their personal medical records, all school information, and a very expensive neuropsychological assessment. In my case, I provided all the necessary documentation. And 2 weeks later, I received an email that denied my accommodations. The reasons for doing so had nothing to do with the documentation that was sent. A second letter was sent for reconsideration, since they failed to read the documentation the first time. 4 days later, a second denial letter was sent. At this point, most people would either give up or take the exam under standard conditions. Unfortunately, I'm not like most people. I'm from Baltimore and we fight back. It's bullies like this that they can push people around and get away with it, and there's nothing that nothing we can do. This is the main reason why I'm determined to go to law school, so I can be better equipped to fight back. Rarely does a bully have one victim, and why it's important that victims outnumber them and gather forces. There's power in numbers, and when the groups stick together, they can stop the bullies in their tracks. Needless to say, I filed a complaint with the Department of Justice under the Americans with Disabilities Act. The next day, I got a call from the Department of Justice, and my complaint is now part of a class action suit against the Law School Admissions Council. The moral of the story is to know your rights. Wait a minute, I'm going up. Sorry, I have to use this thing. The moral of the story is to know your rights. Get ready to put up your dukes and take a stand. Be prepared to argue your case and fight back. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanya. Nice work.